Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mast. Real quick, before we get into the video, I want to provide a little bit of backstory. So I was going to record a game, doing a fun custom build game, just casual conquest, didn't care too much how competitive the game was, but what I got matched with was just kind of beyond any reasonable expectations. I, as a level 150 player, was matched with multiple level 15 players, which is such an absurd difference in skill that I just absolutely smash them, no matter what, which is not fun for me at all and is not a usable video. We also had a player on the other team that was around a level 120, who's a decent player himself, and he's playing with those caliber of players. Our team was not quite that level, but our team was pretty new ourselves, meaning my team. So he was able to smash a lot of the players on my team as well. And obviously that's a big difference in skill, and that is not a fun game. So what went from a pretty intentionally just fun recording went to a rant. And so what I did here is I edited up. I want to talk to you guys basically in this video about what I'm thinking in terms of matchmaking, because obviously the sort of matchmaking is not acceptable. I would rather wait a 30-minute queue for players anywhere close to my skill level than play a 3-minute queue with players that are so far below my skill level that I'm actually afraid that I will make them quit the game because they will have no fun playing it and feel like they're bad, even though they're just new and I've played this game for a long time. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you don't enjoy it, hopefully you get something out of it. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mast. Welcome back to more Smite Conquest. Today, we're doing another one of those weird build things. We did one for tier, we're doing one for Mercury. So, build is gonna be Warrior Tabby, Hasten Katana, Atalanta's Bow. Yes, we just said Atalanta's Bow. Stone Cutting into Titan's Bane into Wind Demon. This is the super speed Mercury build. We'll do that. Easy mid lane, easy life. Are these boys just starting in the jungle, not caring? I don't understand what's going on here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little confused. I guess we'll check their speed buff. That's probably where they're at right now. They may not even have it done yet. They got it done. Okay, so they were at speed. They missed some farm. I guess that's fine. Interesting start. Hopefully Kukulkan will come over. Looks like he's chilling in mid right now. I am not one to complain too often about build, but these are some builds right here. Okay. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because there are certain games, actually it's not always late at night, but especially late at night. There are certain games, this is a little bit of a matchmaking rant type thing, where I get people that clearly are not anywhere near my skill level just on build alone. Normally I try not to take build into too much consideration because I like to screw around with build. So if people are doing weird things, that's one thing. But when people are building like, I don't know, just there are certain builds where it's like, this is not weird, this actually just doesn't work, then it's kind of different, you know? Let's take into consideration one thing. How about the fact that Wukong bought wards at level 1? That's one example. Bought tier 2 breastplate and wards. So that's an interesting decision. He's also somehow still level 1 while I'm hitting level 4. I actually don't know what happened there. That's just, I don't know, I don't even know. Kukulkan's done fine so far. His build is definitely weird, but it's not terrible. But tier 2 boots meditation, no potions, and then tier 2 breastplate, wards, and mana potions is pretty terrible. So this is going to be one of those games I'm going to hope that I will stomp. There may not be only new players in the game, and I'm going to say new, not bad, because normally these players are new. It's not that they're bad, it's that they're new to the game. So let me put this into perspective, right? I don't know my exact hours, but I'm going to guess that I have played this game for 2,500 hours in total. I am guessing that at least a few of these players, there's a DC, by the way, on their team. I bet at least a couple of these players. Oh, is he on these? Yeah, he is. Give me a level 5, thank you. Give me that. Where is he? If he fights me, that'll be interesting. Oh, he's going to tower? Okay, I think he went under his tower. Oh, no, he's right. He is over here. What's up? Hi. Smack, smack, smack. Okay, okay. And you're next. Okay, the back pedals are hot. The back pedals are hot. 3 me. 3 me. 3 away, 3 away, 3 away, 3 away. I don't want to go for that. But we'll go for it right now. Oh, just kidding. Where'd she go? Oh, she just ran all the way back to... Okay, that works. Ran like really far back. Hang on, we'll clump these all up together. But yeah, like I'm sure not everybody's like new to the game in this match, but like I'm sure a decent amount of them are. And Anubis definitely felt like it, and he already has full boots done, and a bunch of potions. Izanami, I couldn't really tell. She actually 3'd away, which was like a good decision, so that didn't tell me anything. Loki felt a little like new, but I couldn't tell for sure. He may have just misplayed there. His build's pretty good. It's pretty standard. Death toll, like, I don't agree with death toll, but that doesn't mean that he's a scrub. You know, like, that's something, and like, there are some good players that actually like death tolls. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, is there's things that I don't necessarily agree with. I don't take that at all to mean that somebody's new and doesn't know what they're doing, but like, just boots rushing, that is a really good example of somebody being new. So we're kind of talking about that, not because I want to like make these people feel bad. Like, there's a chance these guys watch my videos, and like, if you're new enough to the game that you don't really know how to build at all, and like, that's totally cool. Like, I'm not trying to BM you for that, but you shouldn't be in my games, you know? And that's not their fault. That's Hi-Rez's fault. So I just think that's kind of absurd. So I kind of want to bring that up, because there shouldn't be times at night and stuff like that where there's just not enough people around. So here's some level 3s type stuff, which none of these guys are level 3, but there's a chance if you're building like that, that's the type of stuff I've seen guys that are level 10, level 20 in my games, and that basically shouldn't happen unless maybe they're really, really good for their level. And if they're building like that, they're not going to be. That's unfortunate. I don't think this is worth fighting at all. I'm not going to fight the Chalk probably at any point in this game. Well, not at any point in this game, but for a while, because he's literally just has a free lane. He's farming our Wukong a little bit. But yeah, like, I think that's really, really absurd that I would have games like this. And so far, like, CERN's doing fine. Kukulkan hasn't done anything wrong. He's building a little weird, but that's fine. We'll try and just run over here and catch her with a dash. There we go. But like right now, like, I feel like, for example, I feel like I actually don't have to put effort in this game. I seriously don't. I'm just running around talking to you guys about this. Thank you for ulting me. I appreciate it. Come here. Come here. Take some damage. Take some damage. Okay. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of that. CERN's going to finish him off. We're going to ditch. Oh, maybe CERN's... Okay, there's Chalk here. That's cool. So, like, this is what I'm talking about right here. Aimless Chaos is a name I know. I'm sure this guy's a decent player. He is literally just 5-0 right now. Wukong is first item building Nemean against him, and when Sprint is active. So, that's kind of unique, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm trying to coddle these words so much. It's dumb. He doesn't know what he's doing yet. Let's just be honest. He just doesn't know what he's doing. And so Chalk is literally free roaming because this man is 6-0 6 minutes into the game with level 9 farm because he's literally just sitting in lane and letting Wukong kill himself. So I don't know, dude. It's really lame that I can have like a certain schedule and I actually can't record games on that schedule. Obviously, that means I should work on my schedule. But, like, think of it this way, okay? Think of it this way. Imagine I am a good player who does... What the fuck? Wrecked? Get over here. I'm faster than you. Get over here. Smack. Imagine that I'm a casual player. I don't play all that much. You know, maybe I play an hour or two a day. I'm actually good, though. I'm actually a good player. And so... you know, whatever, maybe I work weird shifts or something, and I actually get off really late at night. So I normally queue at like 3 a.m. Eastern time. Let's pretend that, and I don't really have a way around that because I'm working before that, and then I'm sleeping after that. So that's basically my nighttime. This guy might take my speed buff, by the way. Got him. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Is it's like it's really stupid that me, for example, like I'm like, what is this? I am so fed compared to. Come here. No, you're not doing that. Is she gonna juke? No, of course she isn't. You're dead. Okay, so like, it's just like this game is actually just free for me. The only person I have to worry about is Chalk, because Chalk is actually a pretty decent player. I recognize his name. I don't know how much he plays, but like I'm sure he's decent. He's probably at least a gold level player, and he's just absolutely farming his lane, so he can actually do a lot of damage, and he can build tanky, and it's gonna be tough for me to deal with him. We're still building a stupid build, by the way. But, like, it's just so lame that, getting back to the situation, that this guy could be just playing every night at that time, and he doesn't have a way around it. And let's say he's a decent player. Let's say he's somebody that's a plat level ranked player. So he's pretty good. He's not great. He's not a pro or anything. He's not trying to be a pro. He's just queuing casuals at night. He just wants to play casuals, have some fun, queue Conquest casual. But he doesn't want it to be ranked matches. He's not trying super hard. Maybe he plays some weird picks and weird roles. And he gets games like this. He gets games where their team is a 7-0, an 0-4, an 0-3, and an 0-0 who DC, you know? Like, that's the scenario right here. Maybe he has a player that's doing okay. One player that is absolutely fed off his ass, and a couple players that are just feeding him on the other team. Because that's what I get. And it's just, I can't upload these games. I seriously can't. So, like, I don't want to complain at high res. I don't want to have problems with high res. But, like, that's a problem. The matchmaking can't be this bad at night. There is literally, like, I do not fathom a way that there is not other people queuing in between these skill levels. This is such an insanely different skill gap. Like, she literally just killed herself. And if it wasn't for Chalk, this guy would be too. Do you guys see what I'm talking about here? Like, they literally are killing themselves on me. I'm going to try and throw him into the tower here. But it's just so tough to deal with this, man. Here, are you going to slow me soon? Nice juke. You're dead, though. So I don't know. I just have a serious problem with that because, like I was trying to say, there's obviously such a ridiculous skill gap here. This man farmed his lane absolutely no problem. To be fair, this Wukong's build is bad enough. This Wukong's probably somewhere between levels like 5 and level 20. Which for a player like me or this guy who are probably at least level 100, that's normally just going to be no problem. These guys are new up. They're still learning the game. I know that like myself at the equivalent of level 20, compared to myself now, I would absolutely farm myself every single game. I wouldn't have a chance. It just wouldn't even be close. Like I would maybe die a time, and that would be because I was taking on 2 other people at the same time, and I misplayed type of a thing. And I was like a half health to begin with. There's such a huge skill gap in Smite, and that's fine. You can have people that are worse than you, and even a decent amount worse than you. Like, I'm totally okay with that. Like, I understand that's going to be a thing. I don't even mind it. It can actually be fun. I like being good at the game. But when these people are new to the game and there's actually no competition, then it's not fun. I'm really, really hesitant on uploading this video. I'm going sprint just because the memes. This went from a meme build to just like a frustrated episode really quick with this matchmaking. I'm really hesitant with uploading anything like this, not even because of high res, because I don't care too much about that, but just because I really don't want to feel like a bitchy person on YouTube. Or just, you know, in general, honestly, but especially on YouTube, I don't want that to be a reputation at all for me. I don't want to have, obviously, like, I feel like in general, episodes that are bitchy just aren't going to be as entertaining ever. They're normally going to be kind of annoying to watch, even if you agree with it. Like, some of you guys are probably watching this, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to keep watching this, though, because he's literally just bitching. Like, I understand that. I completely understand that. That's why I don't want to upload it. But I'm so on the edge, because, like, I deal with this almost every day. But it's ridiculous in Conquest. The skill gap here is absurd. This Izanami build is really pretty bad, but with Izanami, the way she's playing, it seems like she has some mechanical talent, like at least she has a basic idea of how to play for the most part, and I'm just enough better that I've been able to do work, and the Sunderness I think isn't too bad either. But like the just straight into a bunch of attack speed build, no power, that's a perfect example of somebody that hasn't gotten used to the game enough to really know what they're doing to build. And of course, I'm going to be able to look at this after the game, but My point is that there should absolutely be more competitive matches available, even at the same time. Like, there has to be people that are getting into other queues earlier or something like that. Like, whenever I have, like, a 5-minute queue or even a 4-minute queue and I get into a game like this, I feel like there's no way we're passing people up that are not better. Because this is a skill gap from level... Like, I don't think Smite is anywhere close to dead enough to have a skill gap like this in games, just ever. And it's one thing if it's Siege. I understand it a little bit more if it's Siege. Because I don't even know if I understand it more. I don't care as much because it's a casual mode. Conquest is serious enough that people should be in similar levels at least to play. It's fine if they screw around. But they should be at least at similar levels. But, like, I'm questioning some of this stuff right here, you know? Like, obviously, it's just, this is actually free. And sure, they're really behind. But the fact that they're this behind is because they're just so much newer than I am. So, I don't know, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. 12 and 101. 12 and 1. Meanwhile, Chalk on the other team, right? Chalk on the other team. He feels my pain, dude. He's in, like, the same spot. His team's actually doing worse than mine. Come here. Get off him. He's actually in the same position I'm in. So I feel bad for him, too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand he's in the same position, too. It's stupid. It's absolutely dumb that he has to deal with that. Get over here. No. Get over here. Poor dude's dealing with Atalanta's haste and Mercury when Mercury's fed, so he's not running from me. But, like, I just feel so bad for the guy. As well as I do for myself. That sounds weird to say. Because, like, this just isn't fun. I could farm these guys for days. It's not fun. And even if it was fun, it would get old. And even if it was fun and didn't get old, it's unfun for these guys. They're getting farmed. And so it's turning people off of Smite. It's just not good matchmaking to begin with. It's a turnoff for me, and it's a turnoff for the new players. Do you realize how bad that is? That I am stomping a game so badly, not because I'm good. I think I'm a good player, but this is not because I'm good. I am stomping this game so badly because I have played this game so much more. So I'm kicking down a 5-year-old sandcastle right now. I don't think that I'm awesome for it. I just feel like a douche because I just kicked some kid's sandcastle down. That's a stupid metaphor, but it works. And the poor kid, of course, he doesn't like his shit getting kicked in. It's just a bad experience all around. This dude did 1,500 damage. I did 16,000 damage. I know. Well, I don't know if you would have won, but it would have been close. At least. But like, let's go check out the profiles. And that wasn't me BMing him. I'm just saying, like, I don't think this guy ought, like, he doesn't automatically win because he gets a hyper carry, you know? Aimless Chaos, level 129, 8 diamonds, level 86 in Worshippers. He's a good player, a lot of positive match history. Of course, a lot of that positive match history might be against players like this. Let's see, who else was in that game here? We'll check out his profile. Omar VKT, that was the Loki. Level 43. Loki wasn't terrible. It felt like he didn't know exactly what he was doing in some certain situations. The man built Atalanta's bow, but that might have been to copy me, to be fair. He was like, this Mercury knows what he's doing with that full movement speed build. I actually may have left a bad impression on some people. This man has a million numbers in his name, but we're going to try and remember them. Let's see, 199306224, 199, oh god, 1993064, yes, yes. He is level 15 and has only had 3 recent matches. Bin works. Level 13, nice, that's quality matchmaking right there. And B-Roggy231, who DC'd at the beginning of the game. Level 10, perfect, okay. So let's go ahead and look at our team here. Cernunnos, I'm not going to be able to look up Kukulkan. I'm not going to look up this guy has weird characters, but we'll look at the Wukong, who is the biggest experiment here. Adolf Fischer. This dude is level 60 somehow. Wow. Okay. Maybe he's not a great example. He did finish bronze 5 in duel, so maybe he's just a player that doesn't play too much and like plays very, very occasionally over a long time. I'm not sure. I actually don't know out of all the people how he is that. Maybe to be fair, Chalk, like, he's not bad and just builds terribly, and got stomped because Chalk was obviously a better player. But my point in this whole thing is, and I'm hopefully going to edit this video up and not just post it because this video is kind of cancer. It's just terrible that, and this is bad for Smite. This is really bad for Smite. Let me put it this way, okay? Let me put it this way. Let's pretend that I created a Smurf account, right? I don't do this. Some people do. Luckily, most of the people who do aren't that good, and they Smurf because they want to feel better. When you actually get a competitive level player doing it, it's actually miserable. So let's pretend I create a Smurf account. This game goes longer, right? We're in this game here. We went 14-1 in 17 minutes. Let's pretend it goes 30 minutes. It's a competitive game. Me and this dude are battling it out for a while. The rest of the team's just getting farmed on both sides for the most part. And so it's like a 30-minute game. I would think that each of us would probably end something around the scoreline of 30 kills, and from killing each other, probably around at least 5 deaths. Well, I was a hyper carry, so I actually might have had very few deaths, but he would have had at least 5. But let's say like he's 30-5, I'm 30-5. And let's pretend what the score lines would be for the rest of our team for us to get there. The CERN was not too bad. I think he did solid. He did have some deaths, but I think they were actually from Chalk's rotations for the most part, so that didn't mean too much. But let's say CERN goes up to a 2-8. Obviously, 2 and 8 is not going to tend to be a fun game. Fafnir, I actually have no clue. The dude was 1, 2, and 10. I literally don't remember playing with him much, so I'm not going to say anything for him. But we'll just go ahead and we'll ignore that one. Kukulkan, 2 and 4. Again, Kukulkan was pretty passive. I guess with my team, I didn't pay as much attention as I did with his team. But let's just say let's just say all the scores basically get doubled here. I'm 30 and 2. They're 2 and 10, 1 and 4, 2 and 8, 0 and 6. The only person who I think maybe, like, they could manage to have fun, but for the most part, the only person who'd have fun is maybe Fafnir, who'd be like, you know what, I'm only 2 and 4, I'm doing okay. 2 and 10, 4 and 8, 0, 6 is normally going to be a pretty unfun time. Especially just anything where you're feeling like you're even below a half KD is going to be frustrating because you're dying so much more often than you're getting kills. And let's pretend that's like, so I'm obviously super fed, this guy's super fed, and let's look at their other team. What would their team be? Well, Loki was doing all right. He's going to actually have a bit of a late game, but he's going to be going probably 4 and 8 by the time his score's doubled. And then these guys right here, 0, 12, 0, 14. Like, do you realize how tilting that is? You feel like you're garbage when you have a score like that. And let me actually put this into a little bit of perspective. I had a friend that I introduced to Smite. He was bad. He had no clue what he was doing, never played a MOBA or anything like it before, barely even played first-person shooters. His game was basically Minecraft. And he came into Smite, and our first game together, I actually did create a Smurf so we could play together and he wouldn't get screwed. I laid back. I did weird builds. I didn't do all that well on purpose. I actually laid back so I didn't want to screw over games for him or for other people. But on his own, he went 0 and 20, and I don't remember it feeling like the other team had a Smurf. So he was a really weak player. Within a few games, he quit. He was like, I'm done. I'm terrible at this game. I'm not going to play it. Now, let's pretend that this happens to these people right here. Let's pretend it happens to Anubis and Izanami. They've been playing for longer, but let's pretend that they get some more games like this. Let's say they get matched with someone like me in every single game on the other team. Whether they have one or not, they have somebody like me who is just capable of getting fed off of them, and then because they are fed, absolutely farming them over and over and over again. 1v2, 1v3, doesn't matter. I am 8 levels ahead of you. I can do this blindfolded type of game. Obviously, it's pretty likely they're going to quit. And that's terrible because that means that Hi-Rez is losing new players. Now let's look at this from my perspective. What if I'm not somebody that can just adjust my sleep schedule? What if these are actually my matches? And actually, let's go beyond that. What if this isn't even something where it's every match, but just every once in a while I'm dealing with this? This alone makes me feel like, okay, maybe it's time to start thinking about a new game. And that's really bad, because this is a dude that has played up to level 149. I have gotten up to this point, and I am still sticking around here. Like, do I really want to keep sticking around here? Because I would happily seize another opportunity, right? What if there's another game out, and the other game is something where I could try and maybe not have this problem? Obviously, I want to give that game a shot. So we're losing potentially new players, potentially old players, and I think anybody in between. No matter who you are in this game, I feel like it is unfun. The only way that I think it could be fun is if you actually don't give a shit and you just love games, or you just love winning so much that you can overlook how bad your score is, which is fairly few and far between. Felt like CERN was still enjoying the game a decent amount, so props to that dude. But I couldn't tell for sure. It's just based on the little bit of text stuff he sent. Or if you're somebody that just enjoys stomping, like if I actually enjoyed it, then that's a win for me. So that's maybe 1 to 2 people in a game that are enjoying it, and probably somewhere between 4 and 8 that are really disliking it. And that's a massive turnoff, and that is going to rapidly send people away from the game. So obviously, I think matchmaking is a problem. I'm sorry for ranting. I'm sorry if this just looks bad and if this is not at all like me. But honestly, this needs to be said. It's ridiculous that I'm having games like this. I had a game recently where I had nearly 70 kills. This was about probably within the last month. I was playing Thor. I got matched with a couple of people that were under level 10. I had over 70 kills on Thor late game. And I built like auto attack Thor and just absolutely stomped people. I was literally just working to get pentakills which I didn't get any of, by the way, because they had one person that was a good player and a hyper carry, and I kept not being able to kill them, but I killed everybody else. You should not have a game anywhere near that, you know? So hopefully this is a problem that'll be addressed. I'm sure Hi-Rez wants to work on their matchmaking, but I hope that Hi-Rez understands that they literally need to work on their matchmaking, because if there is anything that will kill a game off, it is terrible matchmaking like this in a game that is so skill-based. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I will see you all in the next one.